Morning everyone, it's Monday 15th of October 2018, 8:15 a.m. going to work right now, even though I really did not felt like it. Those are like the worst days, because when you don't feel like work you don't perform very well. Well, at least it takes you a long while before you actually wake up and start to do your job properly. For me is I don't have much work on the weekend anymore because summer's over, and summer is like my most busy season. I have work all the times, and I know that if I work on a weekend I'm gonna make extra money. During the week I'll probably finish early or don't show up at work because I know that I have nothing to do at work. Right now I don't know about my work situation, so might as well show up and go and do it because I don't know how much I have. It's wild, but what? Might as well be courteous and let them pass. Fuck that, there's a bus in the way. So this morning topic is depression. I've seen depression hitting a few people recently, and it seems like it's spreading like AIDS. People are suffering depression all over here and there, and for a lot of them it's the first time they're suffering depression, so it's really hard on them and they have no clue how to deal with it. For me personally, I dealt with depression 5 times in my life, and I was fortunate enough to have enough strong willpower to fight it off and get over it, but it's easier said than done. The main cause most of the time that people will suffer from depression, the number one cause, I would say it's always financial. The second cause is in their mind they feel like they need to fix the world problems, and they're really struggling within their small situation, trying to figure out to fix all the problems of the world. Either it's just their family or friends, and they never surround themselves with anything positive, any positive energy, nothing. It's always negative, always depressing, and what happens is that those becomes toxic relation, and those toxic relation, they want to feed on more toxic relation. So in return they turn you into a toxic person that you will eventually end up suffering from depression, or always being pissed off and angry and having a mental breakdown. So the third reason why people will suffer from depression is that overwork. They don't necessarily like or love their work. They work too much, and during the course of many weeks and many months they will be overworked and they won't rest properly. And by resting properly, I mean when you rest over the weekend, it has to be 50-50. You need 50% of resting. I mean staying at home, watching TV, relaxing, unwinding, stop thinking about problems and crap at work. And the other part is being active, doing something. Either going to see your family, going to take a walk, go outside, go at a park. Going to a local park or a municipal park doesn't cost you anything. You take your 2 legs and you go walk for an hour or 2 hours just to clear up your mind. That's what we call a perfect resting weekend. 50-50. You relax, you rest at home, then you do some activities to put your body into a physical movement. For me personally, when I know that I can do it because I'm lazy as fuck, but when I want to, I can rest an entire weekend without setting the nose outside. Even though I need food or something, I will just bear without it, and then I'll stay locked inside all weekend. My truck won't move an inch for the entire weekend. So that's me. but it's not really healthy. I know it's not healthy, I'm used to it, but my heart is taking a serious beating. Compared to what I used to be, my heart is pretty weak compared to before. I have a high tolerance for long and arduous tasks, but if it comes to like fast moving activities, I just don't have the energy for that anymore. And this is like one drawback of having suffered from so many times of depression, is that my mental energy to do fast acting in physical activities is just not there anymore. The most that I could do is bicycle, but or cross country skiing. But don't talk to me about doing alpine skiing or going downhill biking or any crap like this. I just don't have the energy for that anymore. The mental energy. In order for me to get back on my feet physically, I would need like to go to the gym and do like slow pace exercise that would just get me back into shape properly. That applies to you as well. That applies to everyone as well. But back to topic. I said that there was 5 reasons why people fall in depression. So like I already named 3. Number 4 is if you work or you're in a school environment, again with the toxic people. You don't like going there, you don't like your work, people are always negative around you, the customers are hard on you, the teacher are hard on you. You don't necessarily have the energy and the mental power to deal with all of this, or the experience and the skill to cope with it. And it's bringing you down slowly, little by little, and you start to suffer more and more from anxiety and stress. And it's just bring you down and bring you down and bring you down non-stop, until you just have a mental breakdown. For me, when I was working at Geo3D back a good couple of years ago, well, more than 8 years ago, I was depressed on my job. Even though it was a good job, it was a paying job, I just didn't put my heart into it. I was just utterly disrupted, utterly depressed, no energy in doing my job whatsoever. I had no interest in giving out my all, anything like this. Just completely drained, and no matter what task I had to do, it was always a mountain, even though it's a task I could do in 5 minutes. And it took me a while, and it took my boss to have like a deep down discussion. Well, at the time, my manager, not my boss, my manager, to have a deep down discussion, and told me that he's not telling me that he's gonna fire me, but he's telling me like I should make a choice of what I want to do with the rest of my life. And that if things continue to suffer, it's like the high management is gonna end up hearing this and it's gonna be in trouble. So that was one of the reasons. Shit, my nose is itching me. Sorry. Reason number 5 why you start suffering from depression is you're lonely. A lot of people would like to have a companionship, a female or a male, whatever gender, whatever you want. They would love to have companionship, but they have no skill whatsoever to deal with people, or know how to approach people of the opposite sex or whatever sex you want. And they see other people kissing and being happy and being in love, and they want that, but they have no idea how to get that. And the jealousy that builds up inside end up bringing you down, and you end up being depressed and suffer from depression because you want this so much, but you have no idea how to obtain it and how to talk to the opposite sex or whatever. Like I say, what the fuck. And this is not cause number 5 of like why people suffer from depression. And when you're in that circle, and I would say that stage 1 of suffering depression, it's the early times that you either had a mental breakdown, a burnout, and the doctor sent you home and you're on depression leave, you're at home, you're gonna get paid by government on unemployment, and you're gonna be paid, and you're waiting for the money. Well, in that time, if you didn't call anyone, any financial company, any service provider or anything like this to tell them the situation you're in and to explain them the situation, well, they're just gonna come and harass you, saying like, where's my money, bitch, where's my money, you know, why I'm not getting paid. So this is one factor. And like, if you don't focus on that and solve that issue, solve that problem first, then it's just gonna get worse afterward. Along the time that you're off, you're stressing about money coming in because the unemployment doesn't come right away, and then you're stressing yourself even more because you have things to pay. They want to get paid, and they're telling you like, oh, do you know when you're gonna get paid, and so on, and we're gonna have to cut your services. And that meantime, you have no more communication with people outside because your phone is cut. You have no communication outside because your service provider is cut, your cell phone provider is cut. So the circle just gets worse. It just gets worse and worse and worse, and there's no help at all in your depression because you can't communicate with the world about your problems, and you cannot tell them how you're doing and how you're feeling, and you cannot take the step to feel better. So these are things that people don't really plan when these things happen. They just stay there and mop on the floor, mop on their couch, and wait and wait and wait and wait and until it goes away. But the thing is, the depression, if you stay there and don't do anything to clear out your mind, it's just gonna keep coming and keep coming and keep coming. It's like a unwanted email, like spam after spam after spam, telling you that, oh, you got this problem, you got this problem, you got that problem, and I'm not going away because you're not doing anything to fix me, so I'm gonna come back stronger and annoy the crap out of you. So it's eating you up inside. Your brain is on overdrive. Somebody's bit mining your brain with all the information and all the stress you can get, and just keep stressing you out, and you're not getting out of it. So in order to get over that, it's important that in the early stage of what you feel that it's going to be a depression or a burnout, you have to do a reset of your situation, like I told before in other videos, of priorities and values. And you're gonna have to change those and really forget what you used to live with and fix new goals that are obtainables, and things that are going to make you happy, and deal with the people, that the companies you owe money with, and explain to them that things can go so fast. You know, it's gonna take time before I get back on my feet. It's gonna take time before I can financially fix these problems. You know, so like, can you put me on second chance credit and hold the interest so I don't suffocate each time I'm paying you? You know, and one day I can see the end. For me personally, I have a loan with my mom, which I'm paying every month, and it would be my dream if I could just clear that out in one shot as soon as possible. But I can't. I'm not in a situation where I can miraculously click my finger and like, oh, all my payments are gone. It doesn't work like that. And I cannot go and ask for another loan, because all I'm gonna do is just postpone the problem for much more for later. I have another years to deal with this. So this, for me, an example, this summer I had a lot of projects I wanted to do, and I put all my money on those projects and turning my ride into the project that I wanted to do, and so that my car would become the result of what I can do and show people. But right now it's at the end of the summer, and I'm halfway to my project, and I'm seeing that all that I did is not yielding any result. Maybe next year, but for now, all that I did on my vehicle is more for personal satisfaction. So I frankly don't have the energy to put more work into my car right now, even though there's little problems I could fix here and there. But I'm not stressing myself with that. So I put Everything that I thought that I would do in my car for the rest of the years, I put it on hold, because right now what's more important for me is to fix my financial situation. All the late payment that I did, skip this, skip that, not focus on paying this, not focus on paying that. And I also want to reorient my company towards more making sales than actual work. So right now that's actually what I'm going to focus more my energy on. But even that too, I want to reorient my company towards making sales, but even that I need money to make that step, you know. I need to buy product and sell it, make profit on that, and then circle over. And for that you need customers. And this time of years is not the time of years where you're going to make sales. This time of years is winter coming over, and people are preparing their car for the winters. They need to buy shoes, winter boots, clothes, even though they already have. Again, with priorities and values, they don't put their priorities and values in the right place. Instead of reusing what they had last year, they want to be up to fashion and buy new things. So another reason. So in resume, in short, is if you're in, or if you feel that you're about to be in a depression and you're going to suffer from this, prepare yourself slowly, and don't let yourself be eaten inside by all the anxiety and stress that it could come with it. Prepare yourself and try to change things. Unlike a lot of other people, change is good. You should run after change. Change is fun. It's good. It's always positive when you work for change. But if you don't work for change, you get eaten up by routine and stress and boredom, and you will end up being depressed. So try to change your life. Try to change your life goals. Try to find what makes you happy. Quit bad habit that sucks the money out of you. Try to find other ways to cope with life if you have problems dealing with life problems, and it will just get better. For now, that's pretty much it. I don't think there's going to be a second part to this, but for now, that's it. So I wish you guys a good day and good luck. I'm almost to work and it's already dirty. Bye.